Is Uhuru Kenyatta with Raila Odinga? That's the question very many Kenyans are asking because Uhuru has been too silent. Recently, upon Raila Odinga being launched by Kenya, we never saw Uhuru Kenyatta attending that launch, or we never saw him congratulating Raila Odinga for that launch. So is he with Raila Odinga or not? I want us to have a look at a story captured today by Daily Nation, a story that is giving us some insights as to what might be happening behind the scenes. Revealed Uhuru's role in Raila AUC campaigns. Former president said to be using his old networks to drum up support for ex-PM. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta supports ex-Prime Minister Raila Odinga's quest to become African Union Commission AUC chairperson, his office said yesterday, as it emerged that he was using his old networks to campaign for him. Mr. Kenyatta's spokesperson, Kanzedena Mararo, said although the retired president was unable to attend the unveiling of Mr. Odinga's candidacy at State House in Nairobi last week, he is keen to ensure the former PM succeeds in his quest. His Excellency is out of the country, and that is why he did not attend the launch. He fully supports Honorable Raila's candidacy, said Ms. Mararo. So Kanzedena is just confirming to Kenyans, to Raila Odinga supporters and to Uhuru Kenyatta supporters, and to all Kenyans, that Uhuru Kenyatta supports Raila Odinga's bid. I want us to put all this into perspective, in which I'm going to explain what's happening behind the scenes. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Let me start by saying this. Whether Uhuru Kenyatta genuinely supports Raila Odinga or not, it's only him who knows that. Maybe not even Raila Odinga knows the truth. It's only Uhuru Kenyatta who knows whether he genuinely supports Raila Odinga or not. And I'm saying that because it's true Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to contest for this AUC post. But upon William Ruto's government refusing to support him, Uhuru withdrew from that race. And how Raila Odinga also became an AUC candidate is something that only Raila Odinga also knows. So whether Uhuru supports Raila Odinga genuinely or not, it's only him who knows the truth. And why has Uhuru Kenyatta been this silent? He has not come out boldly in public to support Raila Odinga. What could be happening here, ladies and gentlemen? If you look at Uhuru Kenyatta when he was still the president, especially after his handshake with Raila Odinga, Uhuru never took Raila Odinga to the mountain. We were expecting that upon Uhuru supporting Raila Odinga, he was to tour the mountain with Raila Odinga. And we used to get some stories at that time that maybe next week, next month, Uhuru and Raila will start touring the mountain. We never saw that open, active Uhuru-Raila campaigns on the mountain. And that gave William Ruto that room to convince the Gamer Nation not to support Raila Odinga. So on that front, Uhuru Kenyatta might have made a mistake But we all know nobody's perfect. We are all bound to make mistakes. But on that front, Uhuru might have made a mistake by not actively taking Raila Odinga to the mountain. That gave William Ruto that room to penetrate the mountain. I'm still seeing Uhuru Kenyatta maybe making that mistake. We saw Rigathi Gachagua say that he has been talking to Uhuru Kenyatta. He asked for forgiveness and Uhuru forgave him. Uhuru never responded. He kept quiet. And that quietness is actually giving Rigathi Gachagua mileage on the mountain, in that he's being seen as having made amends with Uhuru Kenyatta. I see that as confusing Uhuru Kenyatta supporters on the mountain, and that's working to the advantage of Rigathi Gachagua. Raila also said Uhuru called him and told him to help salvage Ruto's government. Uhuru again has been quiet. He never spoke. His spokesperson also never spoke. And that's also creating a room for all sorts of attacks against Raila Odinga. And it's indeed creating an impression that there is a fight between Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. This is leaving Azimio supporters confused, especially Raila Odinga supporters and Uhuru Kenyatta supporters. So Uhuru's silence is working against Azimio's unity. Uhuru's silence is working to the advantage of Rigathi Gachagua. How I only wish that maybe Uhuru Kenyatta could be coming out himself in public to make clear his position on some of these issues. His silence is working against Azimio, against him, and against Raila Odinga. That's what I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. So he has to come out to state his position known. Unless Uhuru Kenyatta has silently decided to retire. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you.
You remember what Dr. Ruto did, or his regime did, after they came to power? The first step was to withdraw, or rather compromise, the case against his deputy Gachagua, returning 200 million which had already been confiscated by the court, and compromising public interest in a case where he was claiming land worth 1.5 billion near the airport. Compromising that case, getting officers from Land's office to swear that the land belongs to Gachagua. So not only gifting him 200 million, which had been obtained from a total of 18 counties around Kenya, through fraudulent dealings in tenders. That was the accusation. And Gachagua had been unable to explain to the court, so the money had been confiscated. So when I'm saying this, I am echoing the court's words, and I would be able to substantiate anywhere. Withdrawing that and gifting him the public land, it signaled a field day for corrupt practices, and that was not all. Many other cases involving key parastatals, people who were in court for fraud, have been compromised, either by not calling evidence or by the Director of Public Prosecutions withdrawing. He can't withdraw cases without the permission of the court, but the court gave in all those cases. But last week, I have seen a court of law refuse to allow the Director of Public Prosecutions withdraw a fraud case against a deputy governor and his wife.